Listen up.
It's the number one voice of the tri-state. I'm number one. It's cooking up 215. So let the show begin.
Turn me up.
You already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth, and this is Cooking Up 215, where we get you up close and personal with your favorite artists, entrepreneurs, shakers, and move makers, and bull. We got one of Philly's top move makers in the building, man. We got Meer 100K in the building.
What's up, bro? What's up?
Man. Listen, I appreciate you coming through, man. You
sure.
outside, you doing your thing, you putting numbers on the board, and you young and getting it.
No, for sure. I appreciate it, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
A long time coming, man. We've been trying to put this shit together for
No, for sure. We definitely been in touch for a minute, but you know, we going up, you going up. Summertime, what better time to do it?
No, for sure. Let's get it.
Yeah. So I feel like you like you the prime example of what you could be out here right now for these young boys.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're not the oldest, you're not the youngest, but you shitting on a lot of old heads, for real. You know what I'm saying? You got your shit more together than a lot of grown men. I feel like that's a prime place to be, and it's a good example, and I feel like it's an example we need, because the young boys out here running rampant. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. It's crazy out here, bro.
Yeah, they act like they ain't got no guidance.
Yeah, no, they don't. They don't got no guidance. They
no
don't
choices.
It's a blind leading the blind, bro.
Yeah.
We gonna give them some game today, man.
Facts. That's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna show them what y'all could do. If you sit down and chill out, put your mind together, you know what I'm saying? You get your shit right. But I feel like you kind of probably always had your head on right, even since a youngin'. You know what I'm saying?
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, you look like, I saw a trap photo, man. You had your dickie with your flip phones. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if he's Jeezy or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what he was on, but that's what we're going to get into today. You know,
Right.
get a people a little background about you. So I know, you know, you come from the Army, you went to the Army.
Right.
You know, straight out of high school.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So what was life like for you prior to the Army, growing up?
So I moved around a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was always just trying to get some money. I was independent at a real young age, and I feel like that kind of always just had me on some shit where it was like, I'm not relying on nobody. I got to make this happen, however, you know what I'm saying? So just, you know, moving around, you know, just trying to find a way to get some money, bro. Trying to get some money, stay out the way. Just a cool nigga, bro.
Like, what was going on? Like, you family cool or what?
No, so...
just to give them, you know, because that's how you going to connect to the people.
Yeah.
The more you get them, the more they understand. And they, you know, we got to be okay with shit in their story, because you never know how that connect with the next young bull who going to do the same thing.
No, for sure.
If their circumstances match yours, they understand that it's possible.
Yeah, bro, I was just trying to get some money, bro. Trying to get some money. You know, wasn't really just trying to be a burden on nobody else's situation or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? Just was trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just never was really trying to put my potential in somebody else's hands. So, you know, I seen what was possible, and I kind of just was like, hey, I can't rely on nobody. I gotta, you know, make it. It's just something just something that's just always kind of been in me for real.
What made you choose the Army?
So originally I was supposed to go to the Marines.
Okay.
So I had pulled up, you know what I'm saying, like fresh out of, you know, when everybody's saying like what college they would go to and everything like that.
Yeah.
I said the Marines. So at the time, the Marines had like some real strict rules. Like you couldn't have certain tattoos, like tattoo regulations. So I ain't had as many tattoos before, but it was like, it had to be like 2 inches away from your wrist, 2 inches away from your elbow. And at the time, I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying, got into it with my folks, you know what I'm saying, I was homeless. I ain't had nowhere to stay, you know what I'm saying, so I'm bouncing around, you know what I'm saying, getting my money, and it was just like, you know, into it, you know, just having a little small shit going on, you feel me, where it's like, you know, you can't really just move a certain type way if you don't got the funds for real, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I went to the recruiting office, I think on 69th Street. You know what I'm saying? Went up there, you know what I'm saying?
You just walked in the joint like, man, fuck
no,
that.
I had already took that little ASVAB test and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like in high school and everything like that. Like I already had
So you already had it in your mind that this is something you was interested in?
Yeah. I'm saying, like, I knew college wasn't something I was trying to do for real, you know what I'm saying? I knew I wasn't gonna be able to work no job. It was between, I was going to either start cutting hair or being a barber, and I'm like, damn, that's going to take a little minute for me to build my clientele up. And then I was thinking about this, like, all right, bet, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always been into sports, I always been, you know what I'm saying, like, just, I like that type of stuff, you feel me? So it was like, all right, cool. So the Marines, I couldn't do it because of the regulation. They're like, yeah, you won't be able to go until, like, it was like a couple months later, had to wait for a waiver. I walked outside, met an Army recruiter. He like, damn, you was about to go to the Marines. He like, man, you know, you don't get to pick your job there, you know what I'm saying? Like, basically like they don't give you no bonuses. They was just like, man, like come over here, come through here. Let's look at the options.
Yeah, come on this side.
You know what I'm saying? So my mom like, man, we already up here. You know what I'm saying? Just go, hear him out. You feel me? So cool. Heard him out. But I was too young. I was 17 at the time. You can't go into the Army unless, your parents sign off on it. She like, yo, I'm not signing off on it. I'm the first one in my family that ever went to the military. You know what I'm saying? They don't even believe in fighting for the white man war and stuff like that. You feel me? So it's like, you don't even know, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm going. So she was like, you gotta wait till you're 18. We ended up, getting into it, you feel me? Just
that was part of why y'all went through it?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't nothing to do with that, but it was just like, if you're gonna make this decision, you gotta make this decision on your own because I don't want that on my conscience. Right. I respected it. So it was like, okay, cool. My birthday in the summer anyway. Yeah. So I was looking at some jobs, but when my birthday was coming, it was like, all right, bet. I couldn't choose a job. I'll choose a job. And then they were like, all right, bet. Somebody just took the job. Because I wasn't 18, so I couldn't lock it in yet. Damn. So it was just like, damn. So now I finally turned 18. It's like, nigga got 5 jobs. But my ASVAB score like through the roof. I could have had any job in the Army. My score through the roof, but the time of the jump is like, you got these 5 options. Yeah. They like, yo, we'll give you 20,000. You leave in the next 2 weeks. Situation like that, it was like, yeah, I'm taking that. But your back already against the wall. It's like, hey, I'm already out here fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right, I need what I could get. No, for sure. So it was just like, so I had went with it. You know what I'm saying? Like fresh out of high school, that summer, I landed, I get off the bus, they hit you with the buzz cut, not even the even joint. I'm talking about you got a strip right here. Yeah, they fuck you up. Combat joint. They try to really break you down, break your spirit. They know you from the, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, all right, yeah, we gonna break him. Yeah. You know that's crazy. So that's kind of how that started off. And then from there, one thing led to another, you feel me? And I feel like that kind of like really gave me a solid foundation to be able to go do everything that I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I really do. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a great situation, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? To each his own, but I'm a person where it's like, I'm gonna make the best out of whatever I it worked for you. Yeah, it worked for you. It worked for me.
And I think it definitely, we don't like the Army shit. Right. Cause it's like, it's government. Right. We pro-fuck the government. It's like, you know what I mean? That's how it be sometimes. You like, they'll do shit for us. Sure. That's how you get the feeling. So it's like, I can understand the incentive it offers though. You know what I'm saying? Especially coming from where we come from, where you don't have too many high-paying options, no, for especially as a youngin' who already got their mind on more. You know what I mean? What you gonna do? Like you said, you gonna start cutting hair. That ain't gonna come fast enough.
No, effects. Something I just tell people, man, you gotta look around at your environment and you gotta see if nobody's in the position that you want to be in. You know what I'm saying? How is somebody gonna be able to give you a blueprint, give you some information, and it's just like, just look around. You know what I'm saying? Like these people that have been here for the last 10, 20 years, they trying to tell you something. They in the same spot as you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I felt like it was going to be a chance for me to be able to get out of my environment, you feel me, think with a clear head, you know what I'm saying, have consistent income coming in. So if you really don't got nothing going on, you feel me, you don't got no motion, you ain't got no job, everything like that, you know what I'm saying, take a couple years to go figure it out, but know that you still got that stability, get you some discipline, get you, you know what I'm saying, some things that, put you in the right, in the right position, you know what I'm saying, be on real man time. And that shit really made me grow up, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm about to say, sure. What did that discipline do for you?
I mean, it did a lot, but you don't realize how disciplined it really make you till you look at everybody else and it's just like...
And you see how everybody else slack, because I know that
it's not no competition.
Everything out this motherfucker is about discipline.
Yeah, it's not no competition out here, man, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they don't realize that, like, the reason you don't got no confidence in yourself is because you never keep your word to yourself. Every time you know what I'm saying, say you're gonna do something, you never follow through. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you're not following through because you don't respect yourself enough, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why you don't respect yourself enough to do what you said you gonna do if it's gonna benefit you? Damn. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, shit, everything that I did in my life, it just kind of like kept elevating me to get from, all right, bet, this got me from here to here, this got me from here to here, this got me from here to here. Just being consistent, not worrying about what nobody else got on, you know what I'm saying? Just focusing, tunnel vision, just making shit happen and just like, shit, you look up, you fuck around, be there. Like,
you look up, next thing you know, you right where you thought you was going to be.
Bro, I looked up, one minute I had the buzz cut, I was just in Philly. The next time I look up, I'm in Hawaii, it's palm trees. I'm like, yo, how did this shit happen? Like, how did this shit happen? It was just like, it was
blink of eye.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it'll be like that because time gonna pass by regardless. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna look back and you're gonna be having conversations with people and you're gonna be like, damn, you still doing the same shit. Damn, you still in the same spot. You still having the same problems. I'm not missing out on shit.
Right. And that's one thing I always say, time gonna pass by regardless.
No, for sure. You know what I'm saying? You gotta build a foundation, man.
Yeah, because it's like, if you don't do it now, and 5 years from now, you're gonna be like, if I'd have just started back then, I'd have had this shit done already. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing you gotta do is get to where you're trying to go.
No, for sure.
And time is gonna pass regardless.
Everybody want microwave results.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you either start walking now or you start walking later.
No, for sure.
That's how I look at it.
1% every day. That's just how I look at it too. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
it.
You know, you gotta get there.
As long as you're getting a little bit closer.
No, for sure. For sure. I think a lot of people, they don't just have like a goal on where they want to go either though. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't really just have like a, I don't know. It's a lot. It's so many different things, bro.
I think people understand, like, I think we all in the back of our mind understand even a little bit where we want to be.
Right.
But I don't think people understand sometimes what it takes to get to that place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
I think
for sure.
some people are unrealistic about what it takes to get to that place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, for me, myself, I made the decision where, like, I don't want to work for anybody.
Right.
And I understand that. And I also want a particular type of lifestyle.
Right.
I understand that.
Right.
So I also understand what the fuck kind of work I gotta do.
Right.
I understand that.
Yeah.
So it be niggas who see that and be like, I don't want to work for nobody, but then don't understand the type of work you gotta do to create that lifestyle.
No, for sure.
Especially if you want to live a good life, not working for nobody. You could be a bum and not work for nobody. That's easy.
No,
you know what I mean?
What they say, you gotta you either take the risk or work for somebody who did. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
One of them type things.
And the next thing you know what they say, you help fund his dream.
No, for sure. If you keep working, shit, next year around the same time, I'll get another car.
Yeah, help him buy his dream car and his dream house.
Keep going. You know what I'm saying? Next year, I'm gonna get an upgrade. I'm gonna get the SVJ next year.
Yeah,
you
like,
just keep busting your ass working hard.
Keep going.
you just keep going. One day.
Yeah, you gotta get out the rat race at some point and just understand. And you know, to each his own, because some people comfortable with it. And you know what I mean? I understand it because it's security.
It's important. It's not meant for everybody.
And that's the thing. That's what also comes with understanding what comes with it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people pop out like, you know, we know you do credit, credit repair. You help mentor people. A lot of people jump in that lane. Can you stay in that lane?
Right.
Can you truly become one of those ones in that lane? Because they don't understand what comes with sustaining that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot of people. So one thing too, you know what I'm saying? You gotta lock in with somebody that got results that you actually want. You know what I'm saying? If I look at somebody, why would I pay their money if nothing about their life is doing nothing? You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't even got me a little interested. You feel me? You gotta have results.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got these blueprints, these get rich quick schemes. It's like, how is somebody gonna sell you a get rich quick scheme and they're not rich? At least let the person be rich, you know what I'm saying? Because like, all right, bet.
You got a little something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, bet. Like, at least you know how to get to some money, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, hey, a lot of the people that I do know is successful, they back is against the wall and they got it to the point where it's like, I can't work for nobody else. They probably did a lot of time in jail or some shit where it's like, I gotta figure this out. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? The problem, a lot of people comfortable, bro. A lot of people comfortable. And a lot of people make it seem like they hate their situation, but they really don't. They really cool with their situation, you know what I'm saying? Because if they hated it, they would change their situation.
You find a way out of it.
Yeah, for sure, 1,000%.
That's a fact. So I know, once you got out the Army, you started a clothing line.
I started a clothing line while I was in.
While you was in the Army?
While I was in.
Okay.
While I was in, you know what I'm saying? So I got, stationed in Hawaii, you feel me? When I got to Hawaii, I had a clothing brand idea that I already wanted to do, but you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like, a lot of people got this idea, but it's like, how you gonna get the money to be able to do these things? You know what I'm saying? So I never like to do nothing cheap, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right, cool. So I figured out, I got some designs and everything made up, you know what I'm saying? Start, getting some vendors and everything like that, but I had consistent money, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have a consistent base to be able to even just, invest in and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? Be able to do what you're trying to do. So, I did that. Got into a clothing brand, ended up, investing into some mentorships, you feel me, investing in myself, you feel me, and just kind of just keep going from there and there and there.
Right.
Start making, some decent money while I was inside, start, getting cars, doing the little fly shit, just living, then start kind of like leveraging credit. Like, I didn't start off as no like credit guru and everything like that. I'm just like, yo, I'm using my social security number, clicking a couple of buttons, they approving me for some imaginary money that's not even real.
Yeah.
I'm using the imaginary money to go pay somebody that knows some real shit that's making real money. Now I know how to do it. Now I'm making more money. It's like, yo, this shit a glitch, bro. Like, this shit don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo,
figured
okay.
out the code.
Yeah, so then I was just like, boom, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to be getting cars, you know what I'm saying, putting $15,000, $20,000 down, you know what I'm saying? 19, 20, they go check, you know what I'm saying? Hellcats back to back, you know what I'm saying? Like $60,000 cars at 19, you feel me? So I'm like, the people I was working with in the Army, they like, yo, they started snapping like, how the fuck is this 19-year-old pulling up with Hellcats all type, you know what I'm saying?
Looking like you're crazy.
But it was like, I was really just, like, doing the right shit, bro. Just doing the right shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just like, I understood that I had a plan. All right, cool. If I want if I want to get out of this shit the way I, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody like, man, I'm going to do one contract and I'm going to get out. The whole time you was in, you wasn't doing nothing to put yourself in position to get out. So you get out, you're going to start at square zero. The whole time, if I'm working a 9 to 5, when I get off at 5, I'm working from 5 to 12 on some shit that I'm getting paid off of. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you got to use your 9 to 5 to fund your 5 to 9 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you're going to do from there to be able to make an exit. Everybody got this $1 million plan. Is like, you got to think about it. If you in the streets, if you, whatever you doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just be 100% in here. You got to start planning to get your next plan. Let me get a little bit out. Let me start putting some money over here. Let me use the money that's over here to go ahead and invest into something. And then once this catches up to this a certain point, just to where I can sustain, I'm done with that. It's over with.
Right.
Once I see my clothing brand can make way more money with less time, I'm like, if I invest more time into here, it's common sense. I'm gonna be able to make more money. I was working in the Army. I was getting like $3,000 a month, bro. Busting my ass. I'm talking about 5 o'clock in the morning. They doing whatever they wanted to do. You going in the desert 30 days straight. You know what I'm saying? No phones, shitting in buckets, like bad, like yeah,
that
like
shit get dark like
yeah,
that.
yeah. And it's just like our bet, and it was just like, damn, like I was having motion, but it was like they had control of me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they could really tell you, like, bro, that shit gets so crazy. It'd be like, yo, you just got a tattoo. We said you couldn't get no tattoos, nigga. You just damaged military property. They fuck your head up like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We own you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we own you. So it's like
some serious shit.
Yeah.
You are.
So it's like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? You play the game. You know what I'm saying? You set yourself up so you could be comfortable and everything like that. And it was just like, all right, cool. You feel me? So it kind of just started from there. One thing led to another. You know what I'm saying? I seen, the credit could be able to give me some money. I started off with some rentals, got me a couple cars, like 3-4 Benzes, you know what I'm saying? No money down. Started making like $10,000 a month off the cars. You know what I'm saying? So still doing the clothing brand, so now it's like, all right, cool. I'm getting paid $10,000 a month off of here. You know what I'm saying? Still got the cars, doing whatever I want to do in the cars. So whenever they not rented out, I'm riding around and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Still was doing the clothing brand, making some good money over here. You know what I'm saying? Doing an online tip. So I wasn't having a hustle and bustle. A lot of people, they think they entrepreneurs. You're not. You're a high paid and self-employed type of person, you know what I'm saying? Because your business won't run without you, you know what I'm saying? You running around and everything like that. So it's like, all right, cool, you got that. And then I was like, damn, I'm only able to grow my clothing brand to a certain point because I'm having to recycle all my money. So it's like, I can't get my business to a certain point because I only got a certain amount of money to my name. And at the end of the day, you're going to be scared because like if you hit zero with real dollars, that's zero. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I still got to pay rent. I still got to do this. So like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? Then I learned about the credit thing. So I'm like, yo, I'm seeing mentors, $4 million in credit cards on the table. If I already know, let's say if I'm making $50,000 a month, if I'm making $50,000 a month, and let's say I got $50,000 to my name, if I got access to $250,000, I could go make $250,000. You know what I'm saying? It's common sense. That if I got more inventory and I see that I got a proven product that works, if I can invest more money into that of stuff that's already working, I'm gonna be able to make more money. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, all right, bet, shit, I need to learn how to do that. So you're like, yo, I'll charge you 20%. You're like, I'll get you 200,000. I'm like, wait, I got paid 40,000, but you're like, yeah, you just pay me on the back end. Nigga, fuck no. How much you want to teach me what you know how to do? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Become the plug.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo, you making 40,000 off me. I'm like, all right, cool. And it was just like, I knew I could be able to market it. I knew I could be able to, once I got the results for myself, I'm like, I've been telling people about credit without even really letting them know for real. You know what I'm saying?
You was on the credit wave before you even knew you was going to end up.
I was making money off of credit before. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't come out like, oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, rich off credit and never did, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't
never already marketing. Doing all that shit.
I was already getting the Hellcats. I was already getting the cars. I was already, you know what I'm saying, having a business, making the money, using my credit to be able to invest into more marketing and everything like that. I was already, you know what I'm saying, like, up a couple $100,000 off of credit before I even turned into the credit lane.
That way. So who was your first mentor? Is it anybody we might know of?
My first mentor. Who was one of my first mentors? I think one of my first mentors was somebody that taught me about like Facebook ads and everything like that. I probably had over like 15 mentors, bro. Like
15?
Like my mentors like $3 million plus per month, $2 million per month. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't hit $1 million days, $1 million hours. Like if somebody the best at what they do, I want to learn from them.
You want to learn from them?
Yeah, I want to learn from them. And whatever it costs is like, it's just investing in myself, bro. So information, I sell information now. So now it's just like all of that information that I bought at one point in time, I'm able to give it to people.
Sell it,
It was valuable to me. It helped me out. So it's like, shit,
Facts.
Kind of just went like that.
Who do you feel was your most influential mentor? Which one changed your life? Which one really got you where you at now?
I had to say Wes Watson. Wes Watson is a guy, he in Miami and everything right now. And it's not even on
white boy with the bald head. Yeah.
And it's not even
Get
on
your fucking ass up.
Yeah. But
you're fucking bum.
I ain't gonna lie.
him.
I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't because of no business stuff. It wasn't because of no money making stuff, bro. It really made me, you know what I'm saying, like, be disciplined even more. Like, I'm more disciplined now than I am when I was in the Army. Yeah. And that's crazy because it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you was doing the burpees?
Yeah, so what I had to think about, bro, was just like, damn, like, when I was in the Army, all right, so I was in the Army, you know what I'm saying, waking up 5 o'clock in the morning, doing whatever, you know, boom, boom. And when I got out, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I was an entrepreneur, I'm making all this money. And it's like, damn, I tell myself, like, all right, bet, we starting tomorrow, we waking up at 6 because we trying to do this. And I'll try to do it for 30 days. I wouldn't be able to do it. And I'm like, yo, why the fuck? When somebody was telling me I had to do this every day, I was doing it, but when I could tell myself to do it, it's not a priority. And I started looking like, yo, I don't respect myself. I don't respect myself. I don't respect my word. And it's just like, this shit only benefit me. It only benefit me. Me doing what I'm trying to do to be able to get to the next level, it don't benefit nobody else. So I'll be looking, you know what I'm saying, because I was making money. I'm drinking. I'll be like, all right, bet I'm going 30 days without drinking. I get to going through my highlights. It'd be 4 days later, I got a bottle in my hand. I'm like, yo.
That's crazy.
I'm not no alcoholic or nothing like that, but it's like, I can't keep my word to myself. And it was just like, damn, it was like, how is people gonna pay me and I can't even, you know what I'm saying, keep my word? I didn't fuck with it. I ain't fuck with it. So it really just made me disciplined, you know what I'm saying, made me lock into, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, my physical fitness. Just being disciplined, bro. Just being disciplined.
That's what his main thing is, just being disciplined.
Yeah, being disciplined, being consistent. You know what I'm saying? If you're disciplined and consistent, a lot of people, they quit too early because you're only doing it for a result. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't think about the result and you just be disciplined and consistent, it's only a matter of time. Like you said, if you have the right blueprint and you are disciplined and consistent and do everything you're supposed to do every single day, no matter how you feel, it's only a matter of time that you're going to get to the result. There's no other, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. If you're disciplined and consistent, let's say if it's to be a doctor, if it says, okay, cool, it takes 8 years and this is what you need to do every single day. If you hit every single one of those things every single day, in 8 years, you're going to be a doctor. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
And then the crazy part about it ain't even about if it say 8 years. Because sometimes it may say 8 years. For some motherfuckers, it's 4.
Right.
For some people, it's 10.
Right.
But understand, they all took the same test and read the same books.
Yeah.
So if you take the same test and read the same books, whether it take you a little longer, you know what I'm saying? You might even fail a couple tests along the way, but if you take them all and eventually pass them, you're going to get there.
No,
and
for sure.
As I swear, life is that simple, but
it really is simple.
We make shit difficult. You know what I mean?
It's like a lot of self-sabotaging, man. Yeah. A lot of people get into their own way. You feel me? They get into their own way.
It's the way we raised too. It's the environment we in, the shit they teach us coming up.
No, 1,000%.
And then also, I feel like just mixed in with the social media shit, it makes it a little harder too, because it's like it does present this, it's gonna be easy kick to everybody. Like I be watching niggas jump in the podcast space, and I know how long we've been doing this shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I be like, I laugh because I'm like, you jumping in because you see what Cam and Mace did. But Cam and Mace, they'll tell you too, we got 20 years in, period. Right. Regardless if it was a podcast or not, they was already famous. Right. But if you think you're gonna jump in this shit ground level and then get Gilly and Wallow bag, it's not gonna happen. And that's what niggas be chasing. And the next thing you know, you don't see their podcast no more and you out the window. You know what I mean? Because this shit ain't no overnight thing. It take time.
Another thing too though, you know what I'm saying, that like a lot of business people and, you know what I'm saying, celebrities, everything, they don't realize in order to be able to get to a certain level, it's the person you had to become. You know what I'm saying? You had to become a different person. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can only become that person from a lot of trials and errors, you know what I'm saying, from a lot of going through hard shit, a lot of adversity, you know what I'm saying? So when you look at these people's situation, you got to understand, like, are you willing to go through the same things that they went through, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you don't know what people went through. People aren't really putting the spotlight on all those failures, all those things that happen behind closed doors and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you coming into a situation thinking it's going to be that, and when you don't get the result, you stop. So now that means that you only doing it for the result. So when you don't get a result fast enough, you quit. So you're a quitter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, cool. So now you gotta really change who you are. You gotta change your identity, bro. And
that's a fact.
You gotta really change who the person you is, and being disciplined and doing all those different things, it changes who you are as a person, bro. Yeah. And I done seen it not for myself, but I done seen it for other people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done seen people do those same exact things, and it changed their life, bro.
You gotta become the person it is that you plan to be.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, if you picture yourself with $1 million and the 6-pack.
Right.
You don't wait till you get the $1 million to get the 6-pack.
For sure.
Start working on the 6-pack now.
For sure.
But it's like you start implementing all that shit now. You picture yourself, I'm rich, I drive a nice car, I work out every day, 6 o'clock.
And
you
eventually you're gonna get the 6-pack, and eventually
you gotta start.
You're gonna wake up one day
now.
and all of a sudden the 6-pack gonna be there because you was already, being the person.
You put that shit in place.
Exactly.
The person you planned to be, you became that person. And all that shit just comes
And that was only a matter of time before, the results come. The results are gonna come. It got to. If you're doing the work, it got to. It don't got no choice.
You put in the work, the results gonna come, baby.
When it comes, you don't know though. You know what I'm saying?
You look up and shit be there, but you ready to get into this food?
Yeah, come on, let's get it, man.
Listen, man, you already know it is your boy Smooth. We got Meer 100K in the building. It's cooking up 2 and 5. We be right back. Let's go. Bow.
It's our favorite part of the show. That's your favorite?
Yes, sir.
Ah, chef, what you got cooking? You already know.
You already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth, and it's my favorite part of the show. Time to get into that food. And you already know I got my man Meer 100K in the building. Listen, man, you know my dog Chef Q had to pop out. What's up, Q?
I'm good, yourself?
How you been?
I'm alright. It's been a long time.
Trying to get back to work. You know, we had to take a
feeling
little break.
neglected out
We had to take a little break. It wasn't nobody in the kitchen with shit, right?
The food
We on
smelling crazy.
hiatus.
The food smelling crazy.
We missed this part though, right? That's the part.
Crazy. I was waiting on this all day.
Yeah, that's the part. Talk to him, Q.
Alright, y'all. So today we taking it as Tuesday. So we taking it Taco Tuesday. So today we got fish tacos and chicken tacos. But with the chicken tacos, I have fresh pico de gallo with a chipotle aioli on top. And then the fish tacos, we have a fresh pineapple salsa with that roasted jalapeno. Oh my God. Like literally to die for, with a sweet teriyaki honey hot sauce on top. When I say bring it all together,
It'll be crazy.
yeah, just don't tell her I made it when you go home. That's all.
Yeah.
But
Sound crazy.
Yeah, this is gonna be crazy.
but then next we got Mexican street corn, like a real authentic Mexican street corn, not that mayonnaise rolled in. No, make my own type of sauce. So
I already know what that joint gonna be
You
here
already-
for. This is about to be one of them type of experiences.
it definitely is. You already know I got the extra sauce on the side for you
You
too,
know how I get down.
because you already know.
Gotta
you
have
know
the extra
how to-
sauce.
Yeah.
Gotta have the extra sauce.
Facts. Yeah, this gonna be one of them. These ain't no skimpy tacos. You know, you go out, they get a little skinny ass. You know what I mean?
I don't like when everybody be acting stingy with the food. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
tacos be like, you
I'm a
can fold it
big-
3
yeah.
times. Your tea only this big. How the fuck I'm able to fold it 3 times?
No. We ain't
this-
skipping on
this
no
joint-
ingredients.
these
Saying
joints
we ain't
busty.
skipping on nothing
These
at all.
joints busky. So you already know what time it is. Q, let them know how to find you, how to get some of this good food.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram at chefq_cutthroat and come and get this good food on the weekends. Like, stop playing.
Stop playing. Keep telling y'all, man. The price going up on Q. Every time you niggas sleep, the price gets steep. What you talking about? Y'all already know it is. Your boy Smooth. Meer 100K in the building. Cooking at 2 and 5. Let's get back to the show. Let's go. Wow. You already know who it is. Your boy Smooth. And we right back at it. Still here with my guy, Meer 100K. Listen, man, Chef Q done blessed this, baby. This that time.
I'm just waiting for the green light.
Hey, the light is green, baby. This time.
Okay.
Take that, hey, that taco. See what it's hitting for.
This the chicken one, I think, right here.
Yeah, this chicken. Let's see what this joint hitting for. A1. That thing right.
I don't even want to talk too much. You know what I'm saying?
That thing right.
No, my taste buds gonna hurt going crazy.
I'm over here fighting and ready to get to that extra sauce already. You know what I mean? Look at that sour cream in for.
Let me taste it up again.
This joint hit. Yeah, I ain't even make the transition yet.
No, the sauce. This teriyaki, the honey teriyaki.
You make the honey teriyaki, don't you, Kim? Yeah. I'm over here making a mess too, y'all. Like a big ass kid, you hear me? Shit be like that when you're hungry though, you know? Y'all know how my beard get. How that joint hit?
That sauce is definitely crazy.
Look at this joint. Turn in a husky taco. When you go out to eat, they do not bless you like that. They be straight stingy.
And the jalapeno hit you on the last one. Yeah. Just when you think it just, you know what I'm saying?
Just when you thought it was sweet. That sweet from the pineapple. Crazy. We gonna get to y'all in 2 seconds. I promise y'all. I promise. Yeah, I had to get right real quick. That joint pressure. That teriyaki, the jalapeno, and the pineapple, different. Different. That joint too crazy. Y'all don't even understand. I be trying to tell y'all don't want to listen. I'll give y'all a little break. I'ma still get into my shit, but I got a job to do. My man said, put it down. Said, fuck it real quick. Real fast on the air.
You try to hit the one bite of each joint. I'm like, no, I ain't coming to you, man.
Ain't coming to fuck around, man. Get the job done. So, we was talking about, you got into the credit and everything like that. So I know you started Rich for Life University. Let's talk about that. What does Rich for Life represent?
So Rich for Life, basically, once you get this game, it shouldn't be no reason that you should ever have to go back to being broke again. You know what I'm saying? That 9-digit, social security number, be able to leverage that, pair that together with businesses, use that with information to always be able to get access to funds. You know what I'm saying? So using your business, to be able to get access to more money, and then using that business and that, credit that they lent to you to go put that into a business to make you some cash flow, pay down on credit, and just, keep building those relationships with different banks, and being able to get more and more money, you know what I'm saying, to be able to get into more and more different businesses, or, keep scaling up whatever other business you got going on, to basically be living off of leveraging debt. That's what the rich people was doing, leveraging debt. So once you learn how to leverage debt, it's not no going backwards from there, for real.
So when did you realize that you was ready, or you was at that level that you was able to start like giving out this game, and that you had enough knowledge to go ahead and start your own university?
I'm trying to think. I think when I was giving the information out to people, I was paying for information. So, you know what I'm saying, once I paid for information, I already kind of look at that as like crazy valuable. You feel me? Because obviously, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't no low numbers. You feel me? Like I've been dropping 10s, 20s, you know what I'm saying, like on information. Damn. So when I was seeing the jump as far as in my income each time, or the jump in the person that I was becoming throughout the whole process and everything like that, I'm like, yo, this is like valuable information. I was giving the information to people, for free. They wasn't doing nothing with it because they didn't value the information. So I had to start putting a price tag on it. And then it's like, oh, shit kind of serious. So people like, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. But then when they start saying that people who pay me, you could be around me, but if you around me and you're not paying and you ain't taking the information serious, but somebody is paying me, they getting the results that you want, and you like, well, he actually executing. You feel me? So it's like, okay, cool. So when I started saying that it was a system that could be duplicated for other people, it just wasn't something that was special for me. It was, I was helping people get access to their first 100,000. That 100,000 was helping people start trucking businesses, e-com businesses, just different types of businesses, doing fix and flips and everything without having to use their own money. You feel me? From a piece of paper, LLC, the 9-digit social security number, and just doing the right thing, not fucking over the money, and they was
elevating every time.
So it was like, okay, cool.
What do you think was the biggest amount you spent on the mentorship?
Like 75.
75,000?
Yeah. I mean, but it's not no.
Give me the bean. What's it worth that?
I like to look at it like this, right? So what I just showed you.
No.
What I just showed you.
No, you showed me a John.
For what?
10 piece.
Okay, so that was when?
Just now.
That was today.
Yeah.
Somebody just paid me $10,000 today.
Yeah.
Off of some information. I still have the information.
Yeah.
I'm not losing nothing.
Right.
So, both me investing into that information, obviously, like I said, is valuable information.
Right.
So, I got damn near a 70 ball on my wrist. You know what I'm saying? So, if I won't invest that on something that gave me the tools to be able to buy this type of shit, I'm dumb.
You tripping.
I'm dumb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when something is working, you don't stop doing it. You double down and keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I invested into information, I got to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Of course, every single piece of information wasn't valuable, but sometimes it could be something like this. You think you know it because everybody on YouTube University, boom, boom, oh yeah, I know this, boom, boom. Mm-hmm. Well, one, you don't know it because if you knew it, you would be doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. But two, even if you do know it and you can pay someone, let's say I pay somebody $2,500. I got a question that's like, damn, I'm not sure if I really just got this all the way figured out. If I can pay you and then you tell me, yeah, you was doing everything right. Now I got the green light to go ahead and go 100 miles per hour because I know I'm doing the right thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that confirmation, that confidence to be able to do, you know what I'm saying, everything. So
sometimes you just
I'm
need
always
that confirmation.
Like a lot of people, they're just so negative. It's like they just want to pay one person $1,000 and be like, I'm trying to make $1 million. If that $1,000 can get you one piece of information and get you even closer to getting to the next level, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a win. You know what I'm saying? That's a win. Yeah. So okay, so for the question that you originally asked, you know what I'm saying, like, was it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to say yes because I honestly, truly believe that you can't charge someone something that you're not willing to pay. If you don't believe that somebody else is valuable enough to pay $75,000, how am I going to charge somebody $75,000 for something? I would never pay that. Right. So if I would never pay that, then I can't ever expect somebody to pay that because in my mind, there's nothing that's that valuable. I feel like there is information that is that valuable. I'm trying to charge people $100,000 for mentorship. I'm gonna keep it $1,000. So it's like, okay, cool. So shit, it gotta be some information that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, cool.
You gotta be willing to pay it if you're willing to try to get other people to pay it.
You're not even gonna be able to be confident on telling somebody like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'll look somebody dead in the eye, yo, it's 20,000. They say, man, I only got 10. It's cool. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Because I said what I want for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, when you kind of got that type of mindset on it, like, I know my value. So it's just like, shit, other people know their value. You gotta actually be worth that, though. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be charged, like, you gotta actually.
Yeah, no, that's
like,
a fact.
You gotta have some, you know what I'm saying, like some like crazy results, some crazy receipts and shit like that. But, you know, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. That mentorship game get different.
But you gotta think about it, though. It's not just mentorship, though, because it's like, shit, rappers is charging 6 figures for a feature. You going in the studio, coming up with some bullshit, walking out.
That's a fact. Because I guess in the end of the day, it's all about what you find value in. Like, you know, if somebody find value in a verse, if you think the Gucci Mane verse is going to be what helped you get to your first platinum
do you feel like something could be that valuable?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if somebody got the game plan like that,
you don't know until you pay.
Yeah, you don't know until you pay.
You don't know until you pay.
That'd be my problem.
So you want to see
let me look under the hood. Yeah, I wanted to go check on my man Drake because I follow this dude and I really feel like he one of the top niggas in the game. And they always say you got to get around who it is you want to be next to, period, or who you look at in front of you. My problem is a lot of people in my space that are in front of me, they like all the way out there. Right. Like, it ain't too many niggas on my level right here. You know what I'm saying?
So you would rather pay somebody that's on your level?
No. So it's like, I got to look at the big guys. Right. But he offering shit, but he not showing me. And I do know a lot of the information. He not showing you
before you pay.
He not even giving a peek behind the curtain.
Why would he?
It looked like it's all going to be the same shit I already know. And that's the part I don't like doing. You know what I mean? That'd be my twist. But I mean, I guess I get it. And you know another thing too, what some people say is that sometimes when you pay for these situations, it's also about connection.
It's definitely about connection.
Yeah. See now if what I was looking at was just a course, so this is just something that just only had information. Yeah. This wouldn't be a plug to where me and him go and build this personal relationship. Right. That's different because I would pay for access.
How much would you pay for access?
That you pay for access.
How much would you pay?
It's all about what level you trying to get to.
So you would pay though?
Yeah, if that's where we're going. Right. If I'm at $1 million and I'm trying to get to $10 million, I'm gonna pay $1 million to get to that next level. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you $1,000 nigga trying to get to $100,000, you're gonna pay $10,000.
Yeah, no, for sure. Millionaires lose, you know what I'm saying, hundreds of thousands.
Exactly, and billionaires lose millions to get the billions.
1,000%.
That's what it is. So it's like you. It's all about your category where you at right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, like you said, it's definitely relationships. It's definitely like another thing is just like you can't say you the biggest if you're not tapped in with the people that's the biggest. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you gotta go be around the top people. Yeah. You can't say you're not bigger than a program. Nobody's bigger than a program. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you got all these people and they the top rappers and everything like that, and you this lone wolf thinking that you bigger than a program and everybody gotta come fuck with you, but nobody knows you. You're not the biggest, bro. That's just how this shit go.
You're gonna be staying over there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's just how I go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had to realize that too, like. It's another part, but it's a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, still trying to see how this shit go. And, just taking the shit day by day. Bro, I'm young too, so it's just like, hey, man. Shit,
you got number time.
I done fucked up some money. And like I said, hey, at a certain point, you want to stop using your money. You want to leverage the other money. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the people that just paid me, this person just paid me for my mentorship off of leveraging debt. He just got access to some personal credit, some personal funding. Use that personal funding. Now he has access to me. Access to my relationship managers to go get him that $10,000 is gonna get him at least $100,000. I'm plugging in with my relationship managers to get him $100,000 this week. That's just you know what I'm saying? Like if you wasn't gonna do it, it's like you would have held yourself back because it's somebody else that would have paid that and got $100,000
from the rip.
So it's like it's not even about me for real. It's like, okay, cool. This is the result that you want. This is what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I have the tools to be able to get you there. Cool, do it. If you use your personal funding, now you're using money that's not yours to be able to get access to people that you wouldn't have been able to get access to, information you wouldn't have been able to have, and like results. And you know what I'm saying? Like from there, anything can happen.
Results
you never spent no money. You
never
spent no money. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you gotta lock in with the people that's the top because it's like I lock in, like I said, with the people that's making millions of dollars per month. Why? Because it's like one, the law of exposure. You really got to be around certain shit to even be like know it's possible. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh shit, like this is possible. Like this is now what you want to do. You will say, he a human just like I'm a human. He got 24 hours in a day just like, cool. So now I'm seeing what he doing. Okay, cool. So now I'm doing, okay, cool. So now even if I'll never say this, but even if you only 10% of this person, if you could only do 10% of this output that this person is doing, this person making $3 million per month, I can't make 300,000. I can't make 10% of what you're making. If you telling me all the tools and everything that I got to do, I can't make 10% of what you're doing. No, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, shit, I just look at it like that, bro. Yeah. Honestly.
All the shit is percentages.
Yeah. It's a numbers game.
Bust it down, everything is a numbers game. It's like, when you understand that, you're going to land somewhere. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
For the moon, land on the stars.
Another thing too, man, for these rappers that signing these little fucked up deals, the shit that y'all signing for, man, I'll get you approved for that from the banks, man. Come tap in, man.
He said, come fuck with me.
come fuck. You know what I'm saying? Sign you to Rich for Life, man. Sign you to Rich for Life. You know what I'm saying? We sign you 100,000, get you a little Rich for Life pendant and everything, man. You know what I mean? Get you an LLC, have you set up everything the right way, you know what I'm saying?
Credit score 800 at the door.
You feel me? Now you can go get your own rentals. You can stop driving around your baby mom car, you know what I'm saying? You can go get you some drip, you know what I'm saying? You could stop, go moissanite. You could go, real little diamonds. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Invest into your image, get you a photographer, everything. You know what I'm saying? Pay for some studio time. Invest into yourself, man. If you don't invest into yourself, somebody else will make a killing off you. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to look and you're going to say that somebody messed you over in a deal, and they didn't. You did it to yourself. You signed over your rights because you didn't want to, you know what I'm saying, do the due diligence.
It's crazy because that's really the only thing. I feel like they really kind of fucked us over because credit is really what it is.
For sure.
Credit is really what it is.
Why do you feel like a lot of people don't know about credit? You feel like it's just like our environment?
Nah, you don't learn it. Nobody teaches you. And then straight out the gate, let's say you get out of high school.
Right.
You turn 18 probably that summer. Like some people might have turned 18
a little bit before
end of the year.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you do right after school? You go to college. Army.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? See, now you was in the Army. So you got your credit card. You in the fucking desert. What you spending on? Right. You got your bucket and your joint. You're cool.
You been talking about the bucket. Hey, man.
No,
for real though.
Real shit though.
Yeah.
Other niggas do what? They go to college. What do you do? Then you got a credit card. What do you do? Spend it.
But like I said,
you ain't got money to pay
even
the bills.
if you do it one time and you know it works, you know what I'm saying? Because people come to me all the time. They come to me for credit repair, you know what I'm saying? They had a credit card, in college and everything like that, had a little $5,000 joint, crashed it out. Now they like, damn. Now when they trying to go do some grown people shit, get a car, get an apartment, they saying I can't do nothing because of my credit. if you was able to see that something was able to get you $10,000, if something was able to make you $10,000, it's more where that came from.
Right.
That's just all the common sense that you need to know. Like,
It's more out there.
I did this, I got this, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even really do nothing too crazy for that. Let me keep doing that. Let me look into that to figure out, you know what I'm saying, how deep this go.
What's the craziest comeback you ever seen credit-wise?
Credit done put me back on my feet before.
Right, how fucked up, how bad was the situation? Like, I'm talking like bankruptcy, repos.
You saying for me or for somebody else?
Period.
All right, so boom.
You could tell them yours so they could connect with you. But,
okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? All right,
time.
I was doing a car rental thing. I lost 2 cars. You know what I'm saying? I had one car get shot up over 20 times. I had another car got used in a shooting. Lost both of them. They was on my personal credit. I went got 3 cars, $0 down. You know what I'm saying? Used them Johns. The car that got used in the shooting, I didn't have a contract with the person. I was doing it right. I was doing it wrong. I was just making my money and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, come down here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, no, this don't even sound right. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I got a credit repair company. You know what I'm saying? But wipe it like it never happened. You feel me? So that, and then, you know, like lost the other car too. So it was like, all right, cool. You feel me? But I wiped my credit. I did a whole year just to really see how much life is harder with trying to use your own money. I was using my own money for my business or everything like that out of pocket. I'm like, yo, I can't even do what I want to.
It's not enough rope.
Yeah, it's not. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you could really have a solid business plan, but it's like, you just got to think, what could you do with an extra $100,000? If you got a business plan, if you got an idea, you got, you know what I'm saying, a solid thing to be able to make some money. If somebody give you $100,000, and then the $100,000 I'm getting you 0% for 12 months. That means whatever you get.
You got a year to make that shit.
I'm talking about, I'm not making nothing off you.
Yeah.
Here go $100,000, pay me back in a year. If you can't do nothing with that, it's not meant for you. It's not meant for you.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, boom, it's common sense. So boom, like I said, all right, with credit, bro, you could be dead broke, $0 in your name. If you got a strong credit score, you could wake up the next day and go get 50,000. 24 hours. 24 hours.
Regardless of what you got took off?
No, if you have a good credit score, if you
you're saying if you fucked up and you got a good credit score.
Yeah, so if you $0 to your name, but you have a good credit score, you could wake up the next day and have $50,000 within 24 hours. Well, you back on your feet.
Yeah, no, you up. You good.
So that just means just take care of your credit. Just take care of your credit. You know what I'm saying? It's not that serious. You feel me? You got to play the long game. You got to play the long game. Y'all be ruining these relationships with, you know what I'm saying? You'll let a scammer drop a checking account for $4,800. The nigga might give you 40%.
He give you a stack.
He might, you know what I'm saying?
Them niggas be giving niggas a stack. I seen
so it's just like, you can't be doing shit out of desperation, man. Yeah. You can't be doing shit out of desperation because it's like, it's gonna come a time where you're gonna need that relationship with Chase, and Chase would have give you $100,000, but you burnt the.
They be giving niggas $200, $500.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Pay your bill type shit.
Certain shit just shouldn't even just make sense to you, like. Something not adding up here, you know what I'm saying? Like,
math don't be mathing at all.
Something not making sense, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you trying to get your first $100,000, come talk to me. We got you.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, bro. That's super crazy.
And then I just feel like, you know, it's easier to make money if you got more money. So it's easier to make, you know.
That's what happens, though. Money attract money.
Right.
It's just how the shit work. And it's just easier. It's so much easier. Like, even with me, like I told you, I be trading options.
Right.
You could go ahead and start with a little bit of money.
Right.
But it's like, put a nice little amount in there and see what happens. Put 2,000 on one joint and see what it do.
Even if you
versus when you what's the name?
Yeah, even if each dollar makes you $1, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a win. Yeah. So of course, if you make 100,000, it's like y'all be trying to take $1,000 and make 100,000. You trying to 100 extra money.
Yeah.
Why not take 100,000 and try to make
a double the.
Yeah, let me just make 200 and pay the 100 back. Mm-hmm. You winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep doing it. You feel me? Like, it's not hard to make 10,000 a month.
We greedy. I think that's a big thing, is that everybody want it all so fast. Like that shit happened to me too. Like, I burned one countdown, I ran that bitch up in like a week. I'm talking like nice.
That's
and I'm
different
like,
though. You
I'm about
trading.
I'm about 100 bands in a month, bro. Fast.
That's different.
My man was like, bro, pull that money out. I said, no, you tripping, bro. I'm about to take these niggas on the run. Donald Trump said some shit on the news. Yeah. And that shit went shoo.
Yeah.
No. Blew that joint right up.
I ain't gonna lie, I did that. I was sports betting, you know what I'm saying?
Sports betting do that shit.
It should say 777, you know what I'm saying, with a casino sign, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be trying to get lucky. Yeah. No, I was decent, but I was like on some crash out. Like, it's just, when that money on them apps and on them buttons, that shit don't seem real, bro.
That's
that money
what
don't
it
seem, you don't
is.
respect it. It's like
it's on the screen.
Yeah, that don't look. You like put it. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
whatever.
said the same shit. I'm like, why would I do that? Because it's like I know
if it was in your face, there's no way you would. There's no way you would have.
But I'm looking at the number. Like when I look back, my wife like, why would you put all that money?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you gotta go through it to go through it. Like you gotta do it to understand.
That shit
You're
too
not gonna
easy.
get it. Yeah.
Place wager. You just like, damn.
It's the push of a button.
Yeah,
Shit like a video
facts.
game. You think you could just hit restart?
It's a whole science to that though. Like even like in the casino, like the colors of the carpets, the not having no windows, like it's all like you gotta think about this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Probably bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? It's probably way bigger than that. So it's just like it's
they got that shit figured out.
Yeah, for sure. They were trying to keep you in there all day, you know what I'm saying? Like everything is a science, bro.
To get that dollar out your pocket.
So whatever you don't know, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people think that they don't know, but it's like same thing that you was talking about with the, you know what I'm saying, with the podcast situation. You don't know what you don't know. So sometimes if you're not even aware to certain things, you don't even know what to look for, bro. You gotta pay because it's like, oh damn, you might have been passing opportunities and somebody like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Look, it's right there. You're like, oh shit. So now you know this. Now you get to look
exposed to it.
Yeah, you exposed to it. So you gotta, you know, that's just how that go, bro.
That's how that go.
For sure.
Listen, man, I really appreciate you coming through. You want to drop some game one time or give them a little tip, a little hidden gem real fast?
Let me see, man. What kind of gym you want?
You gotta give them something heavy, man. The gems run up.
Yeah, so
they like them gems. You tell a nigga how to get 50,000 overnight or something like that. Tell them how to get 800 real quick, man. 800 credit score.
So look, man, I'm gonna give y'all a quick play, man. So look, it's a bank called Lightstream. It's paired with Truist. You wouldn't even know about this bank. You know what I'm saying? So Lightstream, what you can do is you can get, let's say, an auto loan, a home improvement loan, a personal loan, and they will take the money and deposit it into your checking account without you having to provide a title, without you having to provide whatever you're doing this money with. You can use that money if you have a good credit, use that to invest into multiple business checking accounts to build a relationship with them, and then go apply for business funding, 0% business funding. You got 3 credit bureaus. Each bank pulls from a different credit bureau. So you can get a funding sequence. You can go get $100,000 with banks that only pull Experian, $100,000 with banks that only pull Equifax, $100,000 with banks that only pull Truist. You can lock the other 2 bureaus. If you only have 1 credit bureau that's solid, Lightstream pulls from Truist. You can lock the other 2, get approved for that, use that for the personal funding to go build out the business funding and go get approved for 4 to 5 banks, $20,000 a piece. That's $100,000. Free game.
Damn.
Free game.
There you go. 100 ball. If your credit right, go do that.
100,000.
I need my 5% off the top, you know what I mean?
Yeah, shit. You better tap in with him because you come through me.
Shit gonna be more.
That's what I'm gonna do. Cause you should have tapped in beforehand when I was giving y'all the information for free, man. I don't got no problem giving nobody no information for free, but you know, make sure y'all, you know, watch on my YouTube. On my YouTube, I drop a lot of game and everything like that, and you know, just put the work in, man. It don't just work for me; it can work for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no different from nobody else. I don't have no special advantages. You know, I just took the blueprint, stayed consistent, did what it took, and you know, used the money and you know, used it for things that was actually gonna buy me money. If you buy me money, I'm not buying liabilities. I'm buying things that can generate me money. That's the only thing I'm worried about. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it just happened to be investing into myself. So, you know, y'all can do the same thing though.
There you go. Let them know your YouTube, your Instagram.
Meer 100K on all platforms, man. Gotta get 100,000, man. So if you're trying to get 100,000, tap in with me.
There you go, man.
I appreciate you for bringing me on here, man.
Listen,
for
man,
sure,
you already
bro.
know. It was only right. We've been talking about some time, you know what I'm saying? Gave me some motivation.
Look, y'all gonna see all the credit people trying to come. You gotta respect yourself, man. Hey, man, keep your word. If you can't keep your word to yourself for 30 days, man, really do some soul searching. Cut out all the noise. None of that shit not going nowhere. The clubs, the drinking, the smoking, you know what I'm saying? Like, none of that shit not going nowhere, man. Locking on yourself. Get right within yourself. If you can't take your shirt off, feel confident and everything like that, money attracts money. You gotta walk around with a certain level of confidence in order to be able to attract certain opportunities, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, if you don't respect yourself, the people around you, they're not gonna respect you neither. So you gotta, you know, they're not gonna tell you though. You gotta be real with yourself. So, you know, if you know that you ain't putting in the work, shit, put the work in.
It's gonna show.
For sure.
Listen, man, y'all already know what it is. Your boy Smooth, man, 100K, cooking at 2 and 5, biggest in the city. Let's go.
Oh.